Hi, my name's Jude and today I'm using the Diva Atmos Ultra 2 to enhance Izzy's natural curl using the diffuser. So I have washed Izzy's hair, we've shampooed and conditioned and we've brushed it all through, and now I'm going to start applying all of the product. So I'm starting off with popping the products in. I am sectioning Izzy's hair off in quite big sections, and then going to apply all of the product through just to get some nice big curl clumps. So I am using a curl fluid. This is quite moisturising and it's also going to give a lot of shine and quite a bit of hold as well. Usually I would like to go in with something that's a bit more nourishing and then something that's designed for hold. So I'm going to be using today like a curl fluid, which is going to add some moisture into our hair, which is quite nourishing. Then I'm going to go through and use a curl gel oil as well. That's going to give a cast onto our hair, which is going to hold the curl and keep it extra defined. So now that I've put all of the product in, I've sectioned it off and raked all of the product through to evenly distribute it. I'm now going to be sectioning the hair off and then defining each curl using my Denman brush and also wrapping the curl around my finger.
Keep running, impatient, sweet lover. And you're driving your soul.
So I've now went through and defined some of the curls and made sure that we've got plenty of product in. My top tip for making sure that you've got enough product in is when you hear the hair make a squelch. That indicates that it's got enough moisture in the hair and it's going to stop it from drying really frizzy. So now I'm going to start diffusing Izzy's hair. What I like to do when I start diffusing is I will get Izzy to pop her head back for me, and then it's just releasing it all from the roots so it's not sat flat to her head. It's going to give you a lot more volume overall.
And you're driving me crazy.
So now I'm going to be using the Diva Atmos Ultra 2 and I've got the diffuser head on it. So for the heat, I like to have it on the medium setting. If you've got it on too high, it's then going to cause a lot more frizz to develop in the hair. So I preferably like to go for the medium heat. It's warm enough to dry the hair, but it's not putting too much heat on the hair, which is going to cause any friction and any frizziness. So I've got my hairdryer on the lowest speed and the medium heat, and I'm going to start diffusing. I've asked Izzy to pop her head back for me. This is so you get a lot more volume through the back. If you've got your client sat up straight in the chair, the hair, especially at the roots, it's going to dry really flat to the head. So I usually like to get my clients to go back first and then diffuse at the back. It's going to get that lifting at the root, and then I will get my client to go side to side to get the volume into the sides, and then I'll always finish upside down and it just gets the volume in right at the front. So I've got Izzy to pop her head onto the side and we're going to diffuse upwards, and it's going to give a lot more volume throughout each side. And then I'm going to get Izzy to pop her head over to the other side. So just gently moving all of the hair across, try not to disturb it too much. And then I'm going to continue diffusing. We're still on medium heat and the lowest speed. So we went side to side, and now to finish off, I'm going to get Izzy to pop her head upside down completely for me. This is now going to get all the volume in the nape of the neck, and we're also going to get all the volume in at the front. So when I've got Izzy's head upside down, I'm switching between hover drying, which is what I'm doing now, then is with controlling the airflow down. That's pushing the roots forward, which is going to give you a lot more volume. When I'm doing this bit, I like to switch between hover dry and then scrunching it and pulling it up into the head of the diffuser on the mid-lengths and the ends just to get extra volume within there.
And you're driving me crazy.
So I've now finished diffusing Izzy's hair. I'm going to use a little bit of serum on my hands just to put a little bit of a coat in. That's going to stop the friction of my hands then rubbing against Izzy's hair, which will cause it to frizz even more. I always say a little bit of frizz is good, but you don't want to have too much frizz because obviously then it becomes really unruly. So I'm now just scrunching the crunch out of Izzy's hair. This is from when the gels formed a cast. It's pretty normal for your hair to go quite crunchy. So this is just softening the crunch, but it's also creating like a silkiness on my hands, so it's not giving any friction into the hair. Because obviously if your hands are dry, the friction's then going to rub against the hair and it's going to make it go extremely frizzy. So once I've scrunched it through, I'm just going to put my hands in at the roots slightly and just give the hair a little bit of a shake. And that's just loosening the roots slightly. So I've flipped Izzy's head back up and we've just done a little bit more light scrunching just to take some of the crunch out, and then just lightly fluffed it up at the roots slightly, especially at the front, just to get some volume in. And then this is the final look. Thank you very much for watching this tutorial on how to enhance your natural curls using the Diva Atmos 2 Ultra Diffuser.
I'm wasted, keep running, impatient.